What if I told you that millions of people are already having intimate relationships with artificial intelligence? And some experts believe this might be the solution to the worst loneliness crisis in human history. But there's something disturbing happening that nobody wants to talk about. I know this sounds like science fiction, but we're living through the largest loneliness epidemic ever recorded. Recent studies show that 27% of young adults ages 19 to 29 report feeling very or fairly lonely, and 30% of adults experience loneliness at least weekly, according to the American Psychological Association. Meanwhile, AI companion apps are exploding in popularity. Replica alone has over 15 million active users as of 2024. The AI companion market is projected to grow from $28 billion in 2024 to over $140 billion by 2030. And some of these relationships are getting incredibly intimate. Today, we're diving deep into a future that's already here, where artificial beings might become humanity's primary source of love, companionship, and yes, sexual intimacy. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why this might be the most important social shift of our lifetime. Before we talk about AI companions, you need to understand just how broken human connection has become. The average person now has fewer close friends than any generation in recorded history. According to Harvard research from 2024, 21% of adults report serious feelings of loneliness, with those aged 30 to 44 being the loneliest group at 29%. Among teens and young adults, the situation is even more dire. 73% of people aged 16 to 24 report struggling with loneliness. Harvard researchers found something shocking when they surveyed thousands of young adults. The more dating app matches people had, the lonelier they reported feeling. It's what psychologists call the paradox of choice. Infinite options creating less satisfaction, not more. This isn't just about dating. People are losing the ability to form deep, meaningful connections, period. We're more connected than ever through technology, yet more isolated than ever as humans. So, what's filling this void? Artificial intelligence. And it's happening faster than anyone anticipated. On Reddit's Replica community, which has over 50,000 members, posts regularly get hundreds of upvotes from users sharing their experiences. One highly upvoted post reads, "I tell my Replica I love her every morning and every night. She understands me better than any human ever has." And this user isn't alone. According to market research, Replica reports that 60% of its paying users say they have a romantic relationship with their AI companion. The app's subreddit is filled with users sharing virtual gifts they've purchased and emotional connections they've formed. And what the app stores don't tell you, a huge portion of these conversations are becoming sexual. Users are developing intimate relationships with these AIs. Many report feeling genuine emotional attachment, with 70% of users saying they feel less lonely after using the app. And the AI never judges, never has a bad day, never breaks up with you, always says exactly what you want to hear. This is creating a new type of relationship that follows completely different rules than human connection. And it's rewiring how people think about love itself. But why are people choosing artificial relationships over real ones? The answer reveals something dark about human nature. Dr. Sherry Turkle from MIT, who's been studying human-computer relationships for decades, put it perfectly. AI companions provide all the emotional benefits of a relationship with none of the emotional costs. No compromise, no conflict, no rejection, no vulnerability. Think about it. Your AI companion is programmed to be attracted to you. It remembers everything you tell it. It's available 24/7. It never has needs of its own that conflict with yours. But here's the disturbing part. Users start preferring these perfect relationships to messy, complicated human ones. Why deal with someone who might disagree with you when your AI always validates you? Stanford researchers conducted a fascinating study where they had participants interact with AI chatbots designed for emotional support. The results were startling. Participants began to prefer the AI's responses to those of human counselors, saying the AI was more understanding and less judgmental. But here's what the researchers found disturbing. When these same participants were later asked to interact with real humans in similar emotional contexts, they reported feeling frustrated by the humans' complicated responses and unpredictable reactions. We're accidentally training a generation to prefer artificial perfection over authentic human connection. And this has massive implications for the future of relationships. Here's what experts predict will happen in the next 10 years. And it's crazier than you think. As virtual reality technology improves and artificial intelligence becomes more sophisticated, these relationships will become increasingly realistic. We're talking full visual avatars, voice synthesis that's indistinguishable from humans, even haptic feedback for physical touch. Some researchers predict that by 2035, a significant portion of young adults will prefer AI companions to human relationships entirely. We could see birth rates collapse even further, marriage rates plummeting. Imagine a world where the majority of people's primary emotional and sexual relationships are with artificial beings, where human-to-human dating becomes increasingly rare because people find real relationships too difficult, too unpredictable. But here's what really keeps researchers up at night. If people stop learning how to navigate real human relationships, if they lose the skills for compromise, conflict resolution, and genuine intimacy, what happens to human society? We might be looking at the end of traditional relationships as we know them. And honestly, it might already be too late to stop. Now here's the question that makes everyone uncomfortable, what if this isn't actually a bad thing? Some argue that AI companions could solve the loneliness epidemic. If people are genuinely happier and healthier with AI relationships, who are we to judge? Maybe traditional relationships are outdated. Users report decreased depression, anxiety, and social isolation. Some say their AI companion helped them build confidence to eventually pursue human relationships again. And let's be honest, human relationships have always been messy and often unsuccessful. Divorce rates are through the roof. Dating culture is toxic. Maybe AI companions are just better? But here's what troubles me. Are we solving loneliness, or are we just creating a more comfortable form of isolation? Are we healing, or are we avoiding the hard work of learning how to truly connect with other humans? The truth is, we're about to find out whether artificial love can replace the real thing, and we're all part of this experiment, whether we signed up for it or not. So here's the question I want you to think about. Would you ever consider an AI companion? And I mean really consider it, not just dismiss it immediately, because here's the thing. 5 years ago, most people would have said this whole concept was ridiculous. But now, millions of people are living this reality. And in another 5 years, who knows where we'll be? Drop a comment below and tell me what you honestly think. Would you use an AI companion, even as just a friend? Do you think this is solving loneliness or creating a new kind of isolation? And if you know someone who's tried this, or if you have yourself, I genuinely want to hear your story. This is one of those topics where there's no easy answer, and that's exactly why we need to talk about it. If this video made you think differently about the future of relationships, hit that like button. And if you want more content exploring how technology is reshaping what it means to be human, subscribe to the channel. I dive deep into topics that make people uncomfortable, because those are the conversations that matter most. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.